Hey, what is up, y'all? Hold on just a sec. Okay, I think we're settled. Hey, so welcome back to another video. So today's video is a haul video, and I am super excited to share with you guys what I got and tell you a really funny story about it. Let's get started because you're not gonna believe this. Okay, so today, for reference, is Friday, March 20th. Back on the 6th of March, okay, I ordered from Phorm their Rainbow Sherbet Clear Protein. I am having a problem getting in the amount of protein that I need because for whatever reason, my body has decided, ew, protein shakes. Great. So I was like, oh, maybe this fruity flavored protein that doesn't look like protein, doesn't have the chalky effects of protein, will be better, right? Okay. So I put in the order and it said that it was going to be delivered the 12th of May or of March. Okay. Remember, today's 20th. So I'm following along on the tracking from the USPS, and I see that it's left Fenton, Missouri, which is where the first Phorm warehouse is. Went to St. Louis, down to Wichita. I'm like, oh, it's in Wichita. Great. Nothing. Like, radio silence. Then, all of a sudden, so we have passed the 12th. It is now Sunday the 14th. Or Saturday the 17th, 16th. Saturday the 14th, sorry. It's now in St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a couple more days and just watch it. It doesn't move from St. Paul, Minnesota. So the date is now Tuesday, March 17th. It is St. Patrick's Day. It is Run Disney registration day. While we are waiting on the queue to open to see if we can get in, I call Phorm's customer service number. And I explain to the gentleman what is happening and that I still don't have my protein. And he's like, asking me for info that he needs. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, let me get this resent out. And I said, hey, is there anything you can do for me since... like, it's like, at this point, 5 days past when it was supposed to be delivered. And he's like, yeah, let me see what I can do to help you out. He's like, I'll send you a new tracking number. You should have an email, blah, blah, blah. Got the email. Followed tracking. Said it should be here Friday the 20th. Okay. So I said, okay, hey, what do you want me to do with this other one if it inevitably shows up? They're like, you keep it. You had to wait on it. You keep it. Okay. So I continued to follow along the tracking number. This morning, again, Friday the 20th, I checked both trackings. They're both out for delivery. So, here's what I ordered. And I'm going to show you the first one first because y'all, this bag, and Phorm sends it in bags. It does not come in tubs. It doesn't come in tubs. It comes in a resealable bag. Y'all, this bag looks like it really has been everywhere. Like, you can see it. It is, like, it was in just, like, think like an Amazon bag without, like, bubble wrap. It's been everywhere, man, and you can see it. But this is what I ordered. It's the first Phorm Formula 1 Clear Whey Protein Isolate. Supports muscle building and recovery. Has a juice-like taste and texture. It's gluten-free and with advanced ultrafiltration. It is a 1.1 pound bag. And it says there's 18 servings in here. So 18 days worth of protein water. But yeah, you can see that this bag was like all over the place, and it shows. So, on the same day that inevitably showed up, my replacement box from Phorm came through. So here is the second bag of Rainbow Protein sherbet protein. And at this point, I'm really hoping I like it because I have 36 servings of this. But it says 1 scoop, which is the equivalent of 28 grams, is 90 calories with 22 grams of protein. And it's whey protein isolate with citric acid, natural flavor, sucralose, canola oil, silicon dioxide, anti-foam. And it does contain like a dried milk. It says that per serve, it says taste the difference. Unlike the traditional thick and creamy protein powders you're used to, Formula 1 Clear has a light and refreshing taste and texture. Juicy, easy on the stomach, and mixes easily. It's lactose-free, soy-free, gluten-free, nut-free, non-GMO. 22 grams of protein, 5 grams of BCAAs, 0 sugar, 0 fat, 1 carb. It says to mix 1 scoop into 14 to 16 ounces of ice cold water daily. Shake or froth until dissolved. Let sit for about 1 minute to allow air bubbles to dissipate. For best results, use in the morning or pre-post workout to help meet your protein goals. So, I'm pretty excited to try this. But when I was waiting on my order, First Phorm sent me a secondary email that said your order has been updated. I'm like, oh, okay, that must mean that they've like shipped it out. No, they sent something else as a apology. And here's the thing. When I said, hey, is there anything you can do for me? I was thinking, hey, maybe they can throw in a shaker bottle. Maybe they can throw in a hat. Maybe they can throw in some scrunchies. No, they threw in protein sticks. First, a whole bag of them, which is 5. The first Phorm protein sticks with 18 grams of protein. They're no nitrates, gluten-free, 0 added sugar, and original smokehouse flavor. Now I'm going to open these because I've seen these at Shields. And they are, like, to me, they are not your average protein stick. Look how big or round. That, like, reminds me of the Monster Slim Jims. They are probably about 12 inches long. I asked Sam if we had a ruler. He goes, well, we have a tape measure. And so
you get to...
The funny thing about this is that I literally this morning rolled this up. And I'm like, be careful with it. Don't unroll it. He's like, you get to unroll it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unroll it just enough and to count the inches. Okay. Make sure that my 60, which is going to be my 0, is at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 7.5 inches long. So just by looking at it and guesstimating about 12 inches, I was not that far off. So it says that 1 stick is 57 grams or 2 ounces. It is 180 calories. There's 10 grams of fat. 4 grams of that, 4 grams is saturated fat with no trans fat. 50 milligrams of cholesterol. 680 milligrams of sodium. 2 grams of carbs. 0 of dietary fiber. 1 gram of total sugar. And 18 grams of protein. It says it's gluten-free, perfect for on the go, produced in the USA. Manufactured and designed exclusively for First Phorm in a USDA inspected facility in Fenton, Missouri. Now, my question is can I just go to the First Phorm where, like, is there a store in Fenton, Missouri that we can go to, like, that I could not have to pay shipping? Because that would actually be amazing. And I know that, like, when First Phorm first came out, it was really hard to find it, at least locally. The only way you could get it was online. But, like, now Casey's carries First Phorm bars. Pretty sure the pharmacy I use in Marion carries First Phorm. So I don't think it's as exclusive to find as it was. we are teaching 2nd grade about inches and centimeters. And we're like, if you, as an adult, when you do this with your finger, from this knuckle to this knuckle is roughly an inch. So I'm using the tools that we're teaching 2nd graders about. I would say that, like, diameter wise, this is roughly about a 1/2 inch thick and 7.5 inches long. So I mean, that's a really nice snack. And track and baseball season is coming up. So I will Sam and I, because Sam is doing half marathons and whatnot. We'll probably save one and do a taste test video on it, and then depending on who likes it more, if I don't like it, obviously I'll give it to Sam. If he doesn't like them, we will donate them to like the food bank, or I will leave them in the workroom at school. And I know that there will be teachers there who will grab them. We never turn down free food in the workroom. But I'm excited to do a taste test video with Sam on this with you guys. And I'm excited to do a taste test of one of the 36 servings of this that I have. I'm really excited to try it because I really love, and I have to go into it with this is not going to taste like Alani, but I love the Alani rainbow sherbet, and so I'm hoping that this will be like a good, like, have my Alani in the morning for caffeine, and then have a clear protein to go along with it. So that is the story of my first Phorm order. And like I said, you can tell this one has just been through it. Like the poor girl, you can see it. And Sam and I just had to laugh when I opened it. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and be watching for those taste test videos.